up guys, welcome back. This is Right Way Gaming bringing you another video today, and we are going to be covering Anthem, and the subject is luck. So that's it, we're going to be covering on how the support luck inscription works in Anthem, how much it'll affect your gameplay and how you can get it. So first of all, I want to go into the base mechanics of it. Support luck is an inscription that you can roll on any piece of armor, and it will basically increase the amount of drops you get as well as the quality of those drops. Now, the way that the devs said that this works is it goes up in increments. So your javelin starts at a base luck of 100, so that is like standard luck. You don't go lower than that at any point. And for every piece of gear that you get an inscription with support luck increasing it, it increases those odds in increments of 10. So from 100 to 109, from 110 to 119, all the way up to as much luck as you can get. But the devs did confirm at that point as well that 190 to 199 is anything above 190 is kind of like the cap. Like, you're not going to get any more luck after that point. So this leads me into the next point. How much luck should you be running if you decide to do so? Well, as close to 90% as you can get. Anything lower than 90% is going to reduce your odds, but anything above it will be the same and just is basically a waste of stats. So anything from 90 to 99% is probably what you want to be looking at getting. Now, things that I recommend looking to get your support luck stats on are obviously components and your support item. The reason behind this is because on your weapons and your gear, you are going to want damage inscriptions ideally, and things that are going to help you basically deal damage and survive. So by putting the luck inscriptions on your support item and your components, you're reducing the amount of what it's going to take away from them. Now, let's talk about how much it'll affect your actual gameplay. From when I've run 90% on my Storm and 40% on my Ranger, I haven't noticed much difference. So it's not a mega amount, but you've got to look at the long game. If you ran 90% luck over the long term, I reckon you would come out with a fair bit more Masterworks and Legendaries than somebody who didn't run that 90% luck stat. Now, my reason behind this being is because I ran a few Legendary contracts with a few friends, and despite the fact it was minimalistic, I always ended up coming out with 1 to 2 more Masterworks, which says to me that the luck stat does work, but it's very minimalistic in how it does work, and it's more of a long game grind that it's meant to work towards. So, in my opinion, you're going to want a luck-based setup, and then a grind-based setup, because quite frankly the luck stat is definitely long-term. I ran a few more strongholds tonight, and as you can see in the video, I was grinding for less than 2 hours and I did get a legendary. Now, a lot of people out there are saying it's taking up to 10 hours to get a legendary. Me, it took me less than 2 because I was running an extra 60% luck, I think it was at the time. And funnily enough, the legendary that I rolled was actually a boon of something with a plus 28 luck inscription, which isn't ideal on a legendary, but I'm not going to complain because it did get a 150% damage buff at the same time. So that's what I'll be using from now on. Anyway guys, I hope this has given you a bit of an insight into how luck works and what sort of percentages you want to be looking at ideally maximising, and whether it's worth actually doing. In my personal opinion, I think it is, because it's always about that long-term grind. It's not about getting instant results. If you want those instant results, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen, not in the current climate of Anthem. Might do in future games, but for now, you're better off just trying to maximise out on your luck and just running things like strongholds to get as much loot as possible. And that's it, guys. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed watching, and as always, I hope you found this video helpful. I will catch you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.